This is the first of the King V's that I got from Jackson, of my signature model with the baldini on the back of the neck. And this is my number one. I also played this on about half of For Old Kings. Half the tracks are done with this guitar, actually. This guitar sounds amazing. I'll probably take it off the road not too long from now because I'm afraid of anything happening to it because it sounds so good. And then something else you should notice too right away. The secret to all these guitars is the wristbands that hold my wireless packs on. If you notice, they're all from Iron Maiden. I got Steve Harris, Adrian Smith, Dave Murray. That's the secret to my tone right there. These wristbands. The actual packs underneath them are Shure. I'm using Shure wireless. Is there a specific name for the pack or?
UR4D.
What?
UR4D.
UR4D Shure wireless packs. For those of you interested, and I use mono straps. The Betty. These are the best straps ever. My shoulder's fucked up from 30 odd years of playing guitar. This shoulder, but these help. There's my black mirror. Named after the TV show. Not really. Just got some weird damage on it. It had been, I guess, it was in storage in Germany for a couple of months, sitting in the warehouse where our gear was stored, and the mirror now has this weird funk on it, which we're not quite sure what that is. But it looks kind of cool, so I'm thinking about leaving it at this point. But yeah, black King V signature model with a Floyd Rose. Sounds really good. What do I use this on? What songs?
One World. Every time we fly, we take this one as a Floyd guitar for Indians and fight them.
Here's my red one. This is the guitar that everybody on Slayer's crew wants to steal. It looks so cool. Sounds as good as it looks. What else? I have way too many guitars out on this run. Normally I have 4 or 5 because we only ever play in 2 different tunings. So I really only need 4 guitars out with me, 2 and 2 backups. But we ended up with just a lot of extra guitars in this run because I just got in some new ones, which I'll show you now. Like ultra white. And it's got the graphic on the side with the lyrics from "You Gotta Believe, You're Just a Bag of Blood, and I'm Holding a Nail." This thing sounds fucking awesome. I'm using this one right now in a drop tuning, and I'm using it on Blood Eagle Wings because that's the only song we have in a drop tuning at this point in the set. So yeah, like I said, I've got 8 guitars out right now, which I never have. I feel like Rick Nielsen. I never have 8 guitars out. Another one. This is basically the same as the number one with the baldini on the neck. Same as the number one, but with a Floyd on it. I opened the show with this one that I just showed you. What's next? Here's another one of the new ones I just got. My homage to Michael Schenker. Very proud of this one. Yeah, I think it pretty much speaks for itself. Also, sounds great. We even did the back. I'm very happy with my Jackson signature model, if you can't tell. This in general makes me very happy. This is my in the end Jackson soloist, which we're not actually doing that song in the set right now with Ronnie and Dime on it. So I haven't been using this. This one's getting kind of lonely, I think. But this song I'm sure will be back in the set soon enough, and I'll start playing this one again. And last but not least, I still have one of my original Jackson signature model soloists in the Silver Burst hanging out, which I use this one in the dressing room to warm up on every night. And this has the Evertune bridge on it, which we've been trying to get this thing to go out of tune. We've put it to the test, and it never goes out of tune. So I could actually say these Evertune bridges really work. And then we come over here to this. I can tell you what these are. These are the new EVH 5153s with EL34 tubes, and they're fucking beasts. They literally, they growl like a fucking animal. They're badass. They sound fucking great. And here's my Shure wirelesses. These three things right here. That's the UR4D. UR4D. I learned something today. This is my Radial JX62. This is for switching. That's all I know. That's what it does. I couldn't explain to you what we do with it, but it's for switching. I think each guitar is plugged into it, so Armando could just turn on each guitar. Is that right? See, look at that.
You can have 6 guitars on at all times if you want.
I can have 6 guitars on at all times.
Not quite Hanukkah.
For all, it's not quite Hanukkah. For all those times, I need 6 guitars on. Then here I have a Kemper unit, which I'm running all my effects from. Right, I'm running all my effects from the Kemper unit through the effects loop of the EVH heads and Furman power thingy, and yeah, Kemper foot switch, which is for turning effects on and off, right? And then EVH foot switch for going from clean channel to heavy channel. But let me show you this. This is Armando's work box over here. This is very impressive. Armando, you should be in this too. It's very impressive. You want to see something awesome? You can see this, right?
I got. You should have told me about that.
Oh, he's tidying up a bit. Hold on.
Yeah. It looks a bit better now.
Right, take this crap out too. Look at this. That's what I call organized. I love this. This to me is the most impressive thing. This and the wristbands. That's the 2 best things of the whole tour, right there. Oh, you can put the crap back in there.
The what?
The crap. Oh. Why do you have a symbol?
I don't know.
All my picks. These are the ones I actually play with, which I don't know if you can get maybe against the white you can see it better. Armando actually scrapes them so they're textured for me. So these are the ones I'm playing with on stage. And then my toss-out picks. You can maybe get insert shots later of all the... I do all these crazy picks with hard designs on them. Mostly me getting my face ripped off or head chopped in half or things like that. And they're all made by Diodario. I also use Diodario strings. What gauge am I using right now?
10 to 52.
10 to 52. I was using heavier strings for a while, but they were...
You still are on that Indian guitar. Still has the old 11 to 59.
11 to 59, and I was using that on all my guitars, and it was beating the shit out of my hands playing every night. Just the heavier gauge was just tearing my hands up. So we went back to 10 to 52, and it's working fine. There's my 51, 53 cabinets, matching cabinets for the head. That's not fucking awesome. My Kemper wah.
I was the guy in Europe only, and then, a couple of years ago I started coming to America too.
Yeah. Even though Trump's trying to,
get rid of me.
Make it harder, but
I've done when we were on
said,
the boat.
fuck that. Armando's allowed into the United States.
When we went on the boat the other day, that was on every screen.
Yeah, we did the 70,000 tons of metal, and the crew had already gotten on the boat, and then we were getting on the boat, and I just happened to be walking past the security station, and for some reason I just, in my periphery, and I looked, and on the TV monitor in the security thing, his picture was on the monitor. So I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, are they like double checking? They're like, all right, we flagged this dude.
Charlie's been with Tama forever, and Peisty cymbals, and so basically this is not actually our kit. Tama is providing this kit for us for Europe. So this is a Endorsi kit that we get. and 22-inch kick drums by 18. We got the 10, 12, 13, and he uses something a little different than most drummers. He goes 14 floor and an 18 floor, and that's kind of unique with him. And then we also use the shallow size 13-inch tom, which they call a hyperdrive tom, so that way he can get the drums really low. Since he plays so fast and really tight, he needs them to sit kind of low. And that's basically it. All Paiste cymbals. He uses a lot of roods, a lot of crashes. Charlie's one of the guys that uses the Paiste Novo chinas also, which are very signature with Charlie's kind of sound. A lot of little fast stuff that he does, which are on the other end of the kit. I don't know if you can see everything. This is kind of a put together rack that we have. Some of the new Tama hardware rack that we're using for a fly show, and we've combined some of the old Tama parts that we had here in Europe already, so kind of putting that together. We've been moving gear left and right all over the planet basically, so when we arrived here, it was a box full of miscellaneous parts that we kind of had to piece together. So, but it's coming out great. I love the new Tama rack with these nice wing nuts. Holds together solid. It doesn't twist, and it's pretty awesome. We got Charlie's signature snare drum down here. I can show you another picture of it. But that's basically it. We got the Kelly shoes inside the kick drums, which you can't see, but it makes life excellent when it comes to miking. And that's kind of it. His cowbell, he uses LP percussion, and Roland also uses the SPD pad. And there's not any sequencing or anything. The band doesn't play to any pre-recorded tracks or any of that sort of thing. That's just for little sound effects like bells and all this other stuff that Charlie has to trigger for certain songs. So again, on the back side of Charlie's kit, much better view. Again, the Paiste cymbals. We got Rude chinas, Rude crashes, signature crashes, Rudes, some signature splashes, and the Mega Bell right here too, because he does a lot of really fast left-handed ride stuff. We got a 12-inch side snare, 14-inch Charlie's signature snare drum, which I'll show you another zoom in on that. I'll bring another one. But again, we got 10, 12, 13, 14, and 18. X-Hats over here. We got the Paiste 20 metal ride, which they don't make anymore, but excellent sound. I wish they would start making them again. And that's basically it. We use the Speed Cobra pedals down here. You can see that. And right now a lot of people ask if we trigger the drums, and we don't trigger any of the drums. We have roll-in triggers on the kick drums, but that's only for because Charlie likes to hear the trigger sound for his intermix, but that's not what comes out front. It's only just for his intermix because he wears ears, and it allows him to hear the articulation because he plays so fast and does a bunch of little complicated patterns and stuff, so makes it easier for him to play doing it that way. Again, we got the rolling pad here with just a few of the little sound effects and little intros and bells and goofy stuff that he has there. Just kind of cool. And then we got the Porter and Davis drum thumper. So that thing vibrates every time he hits the kick drums, and those things are great too. And then his Charlie Benante signature Vic Firth drumsticks, which is pretty cool. It makes it look like this part's actually a lot skinnier and fragile, but but it's not. It actually is the stick is thick all the way up to this point. Because if it was a normal taper, it would look normal. It just wouldn't have that blunt edge right there. But it's a little beefier there too. So when you're playing the hi-hats, you got a little bit more beef to chip through instead of breaking your sticks. Yeah, he'll play the same set of sticks the entire night, and at the end of the night he'll toss them out to the audience. But I mean, he's a very controlled player, very seasoned player, and most of the time he'll just go through one pair of drumsticks a night. So pretty awesome. I'll rehearse it with that. Because if you're stopping on the 4, you're really coming in on 3 instead of.
I guess the most important part about being on tour is the connection that you have with not just the band, but with, you know, say like Francis and John, our monitor guy. You're trying to, you hear a sound in your head the way it should be in your monitor mix, and sometimes it's hard to convey it to say Francis and then to John. Once you find that happy mix, keep it, store it, don't fuck it up. Last night we had a problem. For some reason the venue was just very strange and it changed the sound of the drum. And we were struggling a bit to try to find it. Anyway, came in here, a new venue, everything sounds the way it should be, so happy about that. Because it's really important to how you play. I always said the monitor guy is like the other member of the band. If he's not on it, it could really fuck with the performance, the whole sound and vibe of the show. So here we go. This kit is a Tama kit. All the cymbals are Paiste cymbals. Sticks of Vic Firth. Of course, Roland. Supply the electronics and pad. Oh, it's dinner. Basically, am I missing anything?
Evans?
Oh yeah, of course. Evans drum heads, which I feel are the best drum heads in the business because they sound great, they're consistent, and they last a lot longer than the previous drum head company that I was using. And that's it. 1, 2, 3.
This is Adriano. Adriano here is my favorite person on the stage, including the band.
Sometimes.
He's my safety net. He's my safety net. If things go down, I look to him. He goes, oh, that's the say. So, and then he gets mad and he has to find the issue. And whatever the issue is, he's like a surgeon. He takes things apart. If that happens, you see things flying and it's awesome.
These are my guitars. They're Legator guitars. The main ones are these two. These are my signature guitars. If you play guitar, you should buy them. So I can afford a root canal.
It's maple top, Fishman pickups.
Does that pickup come out like that?
Yeah, no, I'm fixing it.
Is that new mechanism?
It works like that. We don't need strings.
Here's a brand new
We don't
guitar.
need strings.
That's so cool.
I just found out that today.
That's how cool
When
it
your
is.
pickup is like that, but that one needs to be like that.
Yeah.
You just play without
You don't need
strings.
strings.
Actually, aren't those the new invisible strings that they're working on?
DR,
Really cool.
The new
Yeah,
DR
that's
invisible strings.
invisible.
DR, yeah, the Dario.
I'm
DR.
For my segment, I'll say Dario. For his segment, it's DR. I didn't know. Sorry, guys. That's why I don't go to Guitar World.
So they're brand new. Just come out on a
It
maple
looks
neck
beautiful. John, where'd you get that red from? It's a beautiful red.
from the singer.
Yeah, from my blood.
I thought red would look cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. And the chicks love it.
Yeah,
That's all that matters, right?
girls love red.
That's it. All right. And what else,
And
John?
then
What
I
else you
use,
running?
I got a Kemper here.
Oh, yeah, you want me to talk?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to fucking run this shit. I'm just an idiot.
It's very simple. You know, I have some channel controller selector. I have the
Put
Shure
subtitles
wireless,
under this. Go ahead.
and then Kemper. And we use to power the Kemper. We use the Quilter, the Pro Block 200, just because it warms up the sound a little bit better. And it's quite simple. It's just straightforward. And then I'm gonna open that.
Pedal board.
It's one of, yep, that's a pedal board. It's not on stage yet because the stage is not ready. It will be pretty soon. And there we go. Very simple too. Guitar goes to a Vox wah pedal. Then go to this classic overdrive, and then I have a compression. That's the control for the camper. It's really, really simple. Nothing more simple than that, actually. And it's all on his fingers. That's where the sound coming from, which is quite good on it.
Woo!
Oh yeah!
See, that's a guitar sound in a suitcase.
Yeah. And those two boys are really
These picks.
nice to work with them.
What company?
Dunlop.
Oh, good. We have to mention all our guitar companies and all our endorsing companies. I'll bring it to Bass World now. It's always fun. Okay, Frank Bello's bass. I talk in the third person because I'm mental. So here we go. Have you seen? Bye, John. Great seeing you.
Have fun.
You too, Johnny. See you at the bar. I have to introduce the Frank Bello signature ESP model. I'm very proud of this bass. Took a while to get to this point, but we are out there now. We are out. It's available. ESP.com. It sounds like shit, but yeah, it took a while to get to this place where we are with this bass. I'm very happy with it. What I love about this bass, it's probably the best sounding bass I've had. Everybody's saying that, which is great, including Paul, our sound man. The resonance in this bass, man, is just incredible. It's just great to play. It's my favorite neck. It's just awesome. It's very warm sounding with a lot of good punch. So this is the ESP model. We also have the LTD, slightly less expensive model for all players. So we're going to all players for all levels, whatever you want to do. You don't have to spend the bigger money for that ESP. There's the LTD bass, which sounds just as great and plays just as great, all that good stuff. So we're just trying to appeal to everybody. And we have my last signature model right here, which I still love, is my baby. This was, remember the Blood story we talked about before? Well, the Blood, I was playing this last night. Funny enough, we're playing Blood Eagle Wings. How funny is that? We meant it. It's a part of the show. Every night I have to get cut. So the Blood was all over here. It's too bad we didn't do one picture. This is how great Adriano is. By the next song, he had this thing cleaned up already. You know, but the Blood was all over here. It was all over. Did it go on the pickups too? Cool. See, I like that because every time I put my
pickups, all on the knobs. Actually, look, still a little bit.
Little drip right there, little Gene Simmons action right there. See, I went right back to my Kiss thing. You know, I saw the Blood. I felt like Gene Simmons. It inspired me. It was a very cool moment. But yeah, this is another great bass that I love. I'm very comfortable with all my instruments. So check out ESP.com for the Frank Bello signature model. And should we go to the amps? Let's check out the amps. Adriano, you take it from here.
Okay. It's quite simple also. Same thing, you have a input switcher from radio. Sure wireless. And then, this is a bit messy here because I'm still working on it. Okay, what I do, we use a Sans amp as like one of the main sounds. I have two Sans amps, which is the main and the backup. But now actually I use the backup to dial a different tone for each bass. After that, I go to EBS, Metal Driver, and Auto One. We are still testing those ones. I have other options also as for the distortion, which I will show you later. And then I have the compressor. It's really simple, and what I do, then I have an AB box here to switch between bass 1 or 2, and including input and output. After that, we have the art keys, LH1000. They're great amps, but there's just some secret running around. Maybe something gonna happen with new amps. Maybe Frank's gonna have his own model designed by some people. I don't know if I should tell, but that's about him. I'm testing here. I just got that from Eden. Some pedals, which I'm gonna try them. It's a preamp, so I cannot say anything about it because I didn't try yet. But it's a mixed part of the rig, and the same thing here. So nothing. Another thing we have, it's just got that. It's a prototype Frank 2. It's a distortion pedal. I tried, didn't have that much time, but I'm still working on it. Okay.
Yeah, and also I want to mention to you, a few beautiful people out there, Adriano here is a great guitar maker. If you haven't checked out his work, I have to say this because I think it's important, because he's a dedicated man and he believes in his instruments, and they're great instruments. He makes his guitars. What's the website? So please tell me your website.
AirgunGuitars.com. AirgunGuitars.com. Thank you. Thank you, Frank.